Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I am Leonard McGanton with Synity, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers. I know that's a mouthful, but today we have the pleasure of talking with Kiran Kodali, the Global Data Strategy and Governance Lead at Sanofi. Kiran, that is a really, really cool title. I like to tell people, having been in the data business for 20 years, that I was in this business since before it was cool. And I see you've joined the coolness. But the scope of these jobs can be really broad, right? What is your focus? Like, is it master data management? Is it metadata management? Is it analytics or some other thing? Just tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. So, hi, Leonard. Thanks for inviting me for this session. I'm really excited to share some of the experiences. So I've joined Sanofi a little less than a year ago. It's been an incredible journey so far. My team is part of the R&D data office, and our primary focus is building the data capabilities that will maximize the value that we could generate from both the data that is available internally and potentially bringing data from the external sources. We primarily act like a bridge across multiple functions within the business unit, and trying to understand what type of data these functions generate, what they're using for as a primary purpose, what other use cases could be derived to maximize its utilization, and what are the roadblocks that are really stopping them from sharing this data amongst the functions. So keeping that in mind, if we talk about capabilities that you mentioned, the master data management or the metadata management, which actually enable, the value part, I would say those two are the critical ones. We did embark our journey in both the areas. However, there are a few other areas like the data access management, to streamline fast and seamless access to data. And we also have some work going on in harmonizing some of the data assets. You have several point-to-point integrations that just keep duplicating data from different places. So our effort is to harmonize some of those data sets and build a strategy around how you would want to leverage this data moving forward.
Interesting. Look, that was a long journey you just described there at Sanofi, and we're going to pick that apart maybe bit by bit. But before we do that, let's get to know you for 1 minute. How did you decide to pursue this career, and what advice would you give someone who was interested in doing a similar thing? Sure.
So I traditionally, don't come for a complete data background. I started off in 2010. I worked for a business aviation firm as I was a rookie in trying to understand the software solutions and the impact they can create for business. I spent a few years, at this business aviation organization trying to build some of their invoicing and inventory management solutions using tools like SAP, Oracle, middleware, things like that. And then I slowly got interested in the business management element and pursued my MBA while I was working there. That actually landed me into a whole new area. I got into the investment banking space, which opened the doors for a massive, landscape of data and digital solutions. The way financial institutions and investment banks use data is incredible. So that actually sparked the interest while I was there. I spent 5 years in a bank, and it got me involved in different roles, all the way from product manager to a senior product manager for data and a few other products that were part of it. And then I had my mother went through some surgery, which actually made me think, yes, we're using data for different purposes, but what is its use to impact human life and science, right? So that got me involved into the life sciences sector. So about 3 years ago, I joined Novartis as their data strategy and governance consultant. And it was really interesting, the way data was being used in life sciences at different parts of the drug discovery and, generating the medicine. So I would say, you have to stay focused on your passion. I think passion and enthusiasm to learn were the two things that kept me driven. And then with a sense of purpose, I think without that we can't get too far. So I always made sure that I had a sense of purpose in whichever role I was taking, whichever industry I was in. So my advice would be, keep learning. And if I would take advices from from a leadership standpoint, if I was taking, advices from senior leaders, I would always want to share that to my mentees. So mentorship is critical. So find a mentor that can really, guide you through your career to take the next step.